Free Comic Book Day Mini-Con is coming the first Saturday in May, May 2nd. We are giving away 20,000 comics, way more than we gave away last year. Plus, we have Free Comic Book Day month, which entitles you to free stuff all month long. Free Comic Book Day, May 2nd, right around the corner. We got Captain Marvel here today to talk all about it. 20,000 comic books to give away, Supreme Pro Wrestling, West Coast Avengers, Sac City Rollers, writers and artists, a room full of them. And one of our special guests here for that day is McKayla, and she's coming down in her new Captain Marvel costume. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Well, you've actually done some of our free comic book days before.
Yes.
You weren't unfortunately able to make it last year because you were touring with the Sac City Rollers.
We were at a tournament in Oregon, yes.
And that was actually kind of a big one, wasn't it?
It was huge, yes. That was an all weekend tournament. We played 3 games that weekend.
That would be absolutely rough. Watching you guys play just one game on a once a month looks like it would be ridiculous. I'd be like in bed for a month. But this year, luckily, there's nothing going on that weekend, so we'll have quite a bit of Sac City Rollers down here. And what you're really coming down for this time, the West Coast Avengers.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the West Coast Avengers and what they do.
So West Coast Avengers is a group of volunteers. We all dress as superheroes, Disney princesses. We usually go to community events or we do hospital visits. So in the case of Free Comic Book Day, we make our appearances here at the local comic book shops. And then we go afterwards to, I believe we're going to Shriners this year, and we'll do a tour of some of the patients there in the children's ward. So,
which is awesome because I've heard really good things about the reactions to see the superheroes down there.
It's really incredible. A lot of them aren't expecting anything, and we hear about we hear about patients, like former patients,
mm-hmm.
or the families of those patients, like afterwards, and they'll be like, they really didn't know that you were coming, and they're in the hospital like all the time, all day, every day, and it's just this routine. And then you guys showed up and just everything changed, and it was just a very special thing for them.
That is really cool. Now, down here, everybody, just keep in mind, you can see them from 9 to 12, I believe, and we will be selling raffle tickets. There's a bunch of stuff that was donated by the West Coast Avengers. We're throwing stuff in. We've got some artists and writers that'll be here that day that are throwing more stuff in. Sac City Rollers are going to give away tickets. Donate. Everything goes to the Shriners Hospital, and there's a ton of stuff that you can win. So, so then let's go back to the cosplaying. What got you started doing this?
I've always been attracted in some way, shape, or form to the theater. As a kid.
Did you do theater when you were younger?
I did dance.
Okay.
Yeah, dance and performance. And it just kind of, there was never really like a defining moment that like I woke up and this happened. It just was kind of accumulation of interests that started to snowball.
So okay, then what was the moment that you remember that combined this the theater, the dance, the interest into the comic book world like this? Because you've done, I've seen you do Supergirl.
Yes.
You do steampunk.
Yes.
And of course now Captain Marvel.
Yes. Not really. I grew up with 2 older brothers, and comics were always there and present. And, my brothers and my dad just, raised me to be kind of a stronger character. So I was always drawn to them, and it seemed to click when it finally happened. I don't know.
That makes perfect sense. And Carol in particular.
Yes.
Seems like it would be a great choice because, the Carol Corps out there, she has got such a strong fan base.
It's true. She's a very real character. Like, just reading her comics, like, she's never even the same, like, physically looking at her. Like, a lot of times comic book characters are drawn the same way every time, and,
mm-hmm.
and people just don't live like that. Like, her hair's falling out. It's different every time. It's, her dress is very practical for what she's doing. So, and her character in general, just her the person that she is, I think is very very relevant to what women are trying to be today. So
that's awesome. And on Free Comic Book Day, we should have Big Barda and Black Canary down here. Have you seen the Heroic Girls?
Yes.
And one of their favorite characters is Captain Marvel. So
Perfect.
I know they're excited to see you.
I'm so excited. Yes.
So now you've also you're affiliated with the Sac City Rollers, who
yes.
will be down here. What was your derby name?
My derby name was Jekyll and Hyde the Body.
Okay. And was there somewhere that came from, or was it?
That's kind of another play, and somewhat related in theater. There is a musical on the Jekyll and Hyde story, but I really liked the duality of that character. It's one of my favorite classics, just because of the duality issue. And here I am.
There you go. It's like full
Duality.
circle.
It's totally like it's just very relevant to a lot of aspects of my life. So yeah, last year when I missed Free Comic Book Day here, I was really bummed. But I was really excited because I was with my team doing this tournament, and now this year it's like I get my team, and I get the Free Comic Book Day and time here at Empires Comics.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The only thing we won't have are the plugs.
Oh,
That's what you've got them today.
thank you. Puppy therapy.
Yes. So where can we find you online?
So I have a Facebook page. It is Rose of May, which you can look up. And I do have Twitter, Lady Rose of May. You can find me there, and that's primarily it. I'm not a huge social media buff,
Well, that's enough. Those two places, they'll be able to find everything
Yeah.
they need. They can see the cosplay you've done, and thank you for coming down.